Just 30 minutes. If your dog is heavy panting in this heat, you only have half an hour to save their life. Every dog owner needs to know these silent signs of heat stroke before it's too late.
Quiet. Sit.
Just 30 minutes. If your dog is heavily panting in this scorching heat, you might only have half an hour to save their life. Every single dog owner needs to know these silent, terrifying signs of heat stroke before it's too late. Look, we all love summer walks and outdoor playtime, but here is the brutal truth. Our dogs handle heat completely differently than we do. While we sweat from head to toe to cool down, dogs only have two main ways to release heat: panting and a tiny bit of sweating through their paw pads. That's it. So when the weather spikes, their bodies can turn into a literal pressure cooker. And if you own certain breeds, the clock ticks even faster. If you have a flat-faced dog like a Pug, a Frenchie, an English Bulldog, or a Shih Tzu, their airways are already compressed. They physically cannot pant efficiently enough to cool themselves down. The same goes for heavy double-coated dogs like Huskies or German Shepherds, senior dogs whose bodies are getting tired, or dogs that are carrying a little extra weight. For them, a hot day isn't just uncomfortable, it's an absolute danger zone. As a trainer, the number one thing I tell owners is this: stop looking at your dog as just a pet and start reading their behavior. Heat stroke doesn't just happen out of nowhere, it gives you warnings, but you have to know what you're looking at. In the early stages, you'll notice frantic, heavy panting. It sounds different than a normal post-play pant. It sounds desperate. Their drool will change, becoming incredibly thick, gaunt, and sticky. If you look at their mouth, their tongue and gums will be a bright, almost neon red, and the dog will look visibly restless, pacing around trying to find a cool spot. But if you miss those signs, things go downhill fast. In the advanced stage, their gums will turn a scary shade of purple, blue, or incredibly pale. They'll start stumbling like they're drunk, trembling, vomiting, or having diarrhea. At that point, their internal organs are literally shutting down, and seizures or loss of consciousness are right around the corner. If you see any of this, you need to act right now. Forget trying to call and wait for a vet reply. You are the first responder. Here are the steps you need to take immediately. First, get them out of the heat. Get them into an air-conditioned room, a cool basement, or at least deep shade. And please do not make them walk on hot pavement. Do the 7-second test. Place the back of your hand on the ground. If you can't hold it there for 7 seconds because it's too hot, it will literally burn the skin off your dog's paws. Carry them if you have to. Second, cool them down gradually. And this is where so many well-meaning owners make a fatal mistake. They panic and they dump ice water or ice cubes all over their dog. Do not do this. Freezing water causes the blood vessels in the skin to constrict, which actually traps the heat inside their core, making the heat stroke worse. Instead, use cool tap water. Pour it gently over their belly, their inner thighs, their paws, and the back of their neck. Third, create airflow. Get a fan and blast it directly at them while their fur is damp. The combination of moisture and moving air creates evaporation, which mimics human sweating and pulls the heat away from their body fast. Fourth, hydrate carefully. Offer them cool water, but never force it down their throat. If they're too disoriented, they might inhale the water into their lungs, creating a whole new life-threatening emergency. Just keep the bowl nearby and let them lap it up naturally. Fifth, get to the vet anyway. Even if your dog stops panting and seems totally fine after an hour, you are not out of the woods. The scary thing about heat stroke is the delayed damage. Organ failure, internal bleeding, and kidney issues can show up 12 to 48 hours later. Always get them checked by a professional. But honestly, the best way to deal with heat stroke is to make sure it never happens in the first place. It all comes down to changing your daily routine during the summer months. Shift your walk times to the early morning before the sun gets high or late in the evening after the ground is cooled down. Always pack a collapsible bowl and fresh water, even for short walks. And pay attention to their pace. If you're walking and your dog starts lagging behind or sitting down, don't drag them along. Don't think, "Oh, we're almost home." Stop immediately. That is your dog's behavioral way of saying, hey, my body can't handle this right now. Listen to them. One last golden rule. Never, ever leave your dog in a parked car, not even for 2 minutes, and not even with the windows cracked. A car turns into an oven in a matter of minutes. Let's look out for our furry best friends this summer. If you found this guide helpful, please share it with another dog owner. It could literally save a life today. Hit that subscribe button for more dog behavior and safety tips, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe.